New Zealand consists of 2 main islands and 9 small groups of islands. The country covers an area of around 270,000 square kilometers. New Zealand's indigenous people are the Maori. Their ancestors were Polynesians who settled in the country between the 8th and 14th centuries. On the 6th of February 1840, the Maori signed the so-called Treaty of Waitangi with the United Kingdom. It established relations between the Maori tribes and Great Britain. The Maoris relinquished their sovereignty. In return, they were assured of their civil rights. New Zealand became a British colony. To this day, the British Crown is the sovereign of New Zealand. The Maoris constitute a minority of the population. Their culture is nurtured. Maori, with English, is the official language. The Maoris call New Zealand Aotearoa, which is commonly translated as the land of the long white cloud. The partly untrodden landscape is so enchanting and extraordinary that many films have been shot here. The impressive mountain scenery has served many a film director as the backdrop for magical and spectacular films. New Zealand is among the leading agricultural countries in the world. The gentle climate with its warm summers and mild winters provides ideal conditions for farming, which generates about half of the country's export revenues. Due to its huge supply of sheep, New Zealand is a major exporter of wool. Fruit and vegetable production is also important. Particularly famous is the New Zealand kiwi. Kiwi doesn't only refer to a fruit, but also to the national bird and emblem of New Zealand. This night bird, which is unable to fly, is a protected species. It also lends its name to the New Zealanders themselves, who are widely known as Kiwis.
Not bad, isn't it? It's a shame that the flight is over 30 hours. But the stunning landscape, let me tell you, is probably worth it. Speaking of flying, airports can be very confusing. Usually, they are a maze, and to find where you want to go is more than luck than anything. And then sometimes seeking information doesn't help to lift the fog. See for yourself.
Excuse me, I have been waiting for my wife for an hour now. Can you please tell me what the problem might be?
Do you have a flight number, please?
It's flight 435 flying out of London.
Oh, sorry, sir. The machine from London is delayed.
The machine? What's delayed?
I think it's time to call a cowboy. Hi, cowboy. I have a problem communicating. Please come to the rescue.
Okay, I'm coming to the rescue. Seems to be the problem, ma'am.
Der Herr hat mich nach einem Flug aus London gefragt. Ich habe ihm gesagt, dass die Maschine verspätet ist, aber er versteht mich nicht.
Kein Problem. Das Wort auf Deutsch hat mehrere Bedeutungen. Auf Englisch, Machine, hat nur eine. Bitte sehr. Erstens, eine Maschine wie Waschmaschine oder ähnliches ist auf Englisch Machine. Beispiel, unsere Waschmaschine ist kaputt. Our washing machine is broken. Zweitens, auf Deutsch sagt man gerne Maschine für Flugzeug. Das ist aber auf Englisch plane. Beispiel, der Flug nach London ist verspätet. The plane from London is delayed. Drittens, eine Maschine im Sinne von dem Motor ist auf Englisch Engine. Beispiel, ich fahre das Modell mit dem 1,8 Liter Motor. I drive the model with the 1.8 liter engine.
Thanks, cowboy, for your help. Now I know the difference between Maschine and machine.
It's a pleasure, ma'am. If you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you do is stop digging. The second thing you do is call a cowboy. Carolyn, have I told you about the engine of my new car? It has a 6-cylinder inline engine with high precision direct injection and... Carolyn? Carolyn? Okay, all alone, as usual. I will use the time to tell you that Mr. Sherlock Holmes and Humphrey Bogart have a very delicate problem to solve today. Packen. Airplane. Aeroplane. Advance reservation. Advanced booking. Baggage. Luggage. Railroad car. Railway carriage. Check. Bill. Grip. Travel bag. Railroad. Railway. Round trip. Return ticket. Someone once said, anytime you think some other language is strange, remember that yours is just as strange. You're just used to it. Immer wenn Sie glauben, eine andere Sprache sei seltsam, denken Sie dran, dass Ihre eigenen genauso eigenartig ist. Sie sind nur an sie gewohnt. Glauben Sie mir, es stimmt. I can totally agree with that. I know how strange German is. Keep that in mind when you are going into the language zone. You're talking in a different language, hoping everyone understands you. Beyond the language, there is another dimension. A dimension of articulation, a dimension of self-confidence, a dimension of knowledge. You are moving in a land of both listening and comprehension. You are now entering the language zone. J.R.R. Tolkien's fantastic novel, The Hobbit, was first published in 1937. The charming story of tiny, furry-footed Bilbo Baggins and his adventures in Middle-earth ultimately served as the prelude to Tolkien's epic, The Lord of the Rings. The main character, Bilbo Baggins, is a 50-year-old hobbit living a quiet, comfortable life. Gandalf, a mysterious wizard who is looking for someone to go on an adventure with him, asks Bilbo to come with him, but Bilbo doesn't want to take part in any of the adventures. You will have to find out the rest of the story by reading it yourself. Our American boy, Eric, decides to visit his family in Boston, Massachusetts, USA, and discusses possible flights Throughout the conversation with his girlfriend Julia, the future tense was used. I'm going to book this flight. Or future continuous. I will be leaving Boston at 8:20 a.m. Once Eric finds the flight he wants, we see the traveler at the airport checking in. Off he goes into the great blue yonder. Good luck, Eric. We return to New Zealand. It's such a beautiful country and so much to talk about, we couldn't possibly cover it in one episode. The cowboy came to the flight assistant's rescue by explaining the differences between machine and machine. Cowboy, what would we do without you? Bogart and Holmes taught us something useful for the next trip. If you want to check in your bags in the US, you ask for the baggage check-in. In the UK, you say luggage. And last but not least, our Bavarian chap in Boston. Without him, we would never understand the phonetic difference between pack and back. I don't know about you, but I could watch Carolyn teach the future for another hour or so. Thanks to her, I will be going home now. So thanks for watching today. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye, good luck, and auf Wiedersehen.